Hi my dear children, welcome back to mathematics class. Last class we have learned the addition of time. The same steps we have to follow for the subtraction of time also. First itself we should arrange the given units in decreasing order. We should start to subtract from rightmost place. Okay, if regrouping is needed, by keeping the conversion of units in mind, we have to do it. Okay, these three steps we have to follow. Now already I have written one question here. And one more thing, when we are writing the question, after writing the units, we must keep some gap in between this if regrouping is needed. Now we can start. First itself, here the question is hours column 8, 45 minutes, 15 seconds minus 5 hours, 52 minutes, 30 seconds. Okay, first itself, we can draw a line here. Then we have to think, can we subtract 30 seconds from 15 seconds? No. That time what we have to do? Yes, borrow 1 minute from 45 minutes. When we borrow 1 minute from 45 minutes, it remains as 44 minutes. And this 1 minute we have to add with the seconds. Before that we should convert this minute into second. Whenever we borrow, we should convert this to the next unit which is written in right side. Okay, borrow 1 minute from 45 minutes. Then this 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Minute should change to the next unit, seconds. And this 60 seconds we should add with the unit given here, that is 15 seconds. What is the total? 75 seconds. Now we should write here 75. Now the upper number is greater than lower number. Now we can subtract. Okay, 75 minus 35 minus 0, 5. 7 minus 3, 4. Now here 45 seconds is there. Again we have to think, can we subtract 52 from 44? No. That time what we have to do? Yes, borrow 1 hour from 8 hours. When we borrow 1 hour from 8 hours, it remains as 7. And this 1 hour we should add with a minute. But before adding 1 hour, we should change this 1 hour to minute. We should borrow 1 hour from 8 hours. Now this 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. We should change this to the next unit, 60 minutes. Then this 60 minutes we should add with the units given here, that is 44. 60 plus 44 minutes is equal to what? 104 minutes. Now we should cut and write here 104. Now we can subtract. Okay, 104 is greater than 52. 4 minus 2 is 2. Then 10 minus, we can take it together. 10 minus 5 is 5. Okay, now what is left here? 7 minus 5, 2. Therefore here the answer is what? 2 hours, 52 minutes and 45 seconds. Okay, now we can do another question. Now here the second question is 11 months, 3 weeks, 15 days minus 5 months, 6 weeks and 20 days. We can start from the extreme right. First, can we subtract 20 from 15? No. That time what we have to do? Yes, borrow 1 week from 3 weeks. When we borrow 1 week from 3 weeks, it remains as 2. Okay. Now, this 2 weeks and we should change this weeks to days. After borrowing 1 week, we should change this 1 week to days. Okay. First borrow 1 week from 2 weeks. After that we should change this 1 week to 7 days. Then the 7 days and 15 days we should add. When we add, we are getting 22. 22 minus 20 is 2. Okay. Again, can we subtract 6 from 2 weeks? No. Again, we should borrow 1 week, 1 month from here. When we borrow 1 month from 11 months, it remains as 10 months. And we should change this 1 month to weeks. Dear children, first we should borrow 1 month from 10 months. 1 month from 11 months, then it remains as 10. Now this we have to change this 1 month in terms of weeks. We know that 1 month is equal to 4 weeks. We should add this 4 with the number which is given here 2. 4 week plus 2 week is equal to 6 week. Therefore we should cut and write here 6. Now 6 minus 6, 0. Okay, next here 10 minus 5 is there, that is 5. Therefore what is the answer here? The answer is 5 months, 0 weeks we can leave, next 2 days. Dear children, I think all of you could understand how to subtract time. Okay, so the third question, the question is this one. 3 weeks, 2 days, 15 hours minus 2 weeks, 6 days and 18 hours. First itself we can start from the extreme right. That is 15 minus 18. We know we cannot subtract. That time what we have to do? Yes, borrow 1 day from 2 days. When we borrow 1 day from 2 days, it remains as 1 day. And we should change this 1 day in terms of hours. You know that this is first conversion. 1 day is equal to 24 hours. We should add this 24 hours with this 15. What is 24 hours plus 15 hours? 39 hours. Now we should cut and write here 39. Now we can subtract. Okay, 9 minus 8 is 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. 21 hours. Again, we cannot subtract 6 from 1. Then what we have to do? Yes, we should borrow from the next column weeks. When we borrow 1 week from 3 weeks, it remains as 2. And we have to change this weeks into days. You know that 1 week, this is second conversion, 1 week is equal to 7 days. So that this 7 we should add with this 1 day. 7 days plus 1 day is equal to 8 days. Okay, now we can cut and write here 8. Okay, now 8 minus 6 is 2 and 2 minus 2, that is 0. Therefore what is the answer here? 2 days and 21 hours. Okay, dear children, now we can learn multiplication of time. The method as we have followed in addition and subtraction, we can follow here also. First itself we should arrange the units in decreasing order. After that we should start to do the calculation from extreme right to left. Next, if regrouping is needed according to the units, we can do it. Okay, now we can do it. First, we can write the units weeks, days and hours. Already it is given in decreasing order. We can write it weeks. I am denoting only with the W. Next, days we can denote by D and hours we can denote by H. Now I am writing the units 3, 6, 14. Multiply this by 3. 3 4s are 12. 1 carry. 3 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 4. Okay. Next 3 6 are 18. We should write completely here itself. Okay. Next 3 3s are 9. After that, if regrouping is possible, we have to do that. For this, we have to think 42 hours. 42, you know that 24 hours make a day. So that 42 hours are there, we can change this into, we can regroup this into days and hours. How can we regroup this? Divide 42 by which number? 24, because 24 hours make 1 day. Okay, now 24 and 42 only one time, 24, subtract. When we subtract, borrow from here, this is 3 and 12. 12 minus 4 is 8, 3 minus 2 is 1. Now, you know that the quotient is the next unit, means that this is day and this is hours. So that how can we write it? Yes, 1 day and 18 hours. This is also in day, this is week. You studied the same units we can add. So that how can we write it here? Yes, we can write it as 9 week. 18 days plus 1 day, that is 19 days, 18 hours. Okay, again we have to think, can we change this days into weeks? How many days make 1 week? 7. Therefore, in 19 days, how many weeks are there, we can check it. How? Divide 19 by which number? 7. Why we should divide it by 7 itself? Yes, 7 days only make 1 week. That is why. Divided by 7. 7 in 19. How many times? Yes, 2 times. 2 7s are 14. Now how can we subtract? That is 5. How can we write the units of quotient and remainder? Yes, quotient is the next. Therefore, we can write it as week, 2 week and 5 days, the same unit. Okay, therefore we can write this one as what? 2 weeks and 5 days. Already we have learned same units we can add. Therefore, what is the answer here? 9 weeks plus 2 weeks, 11 weeks. Next, 5 days and 18 hours. This is the answer. Okay, children, here the second question is 7 hours 45 minutes into 7. First itself we can write the unit. Here the units are hours and minute. And the measure is 7 and 45. Multiply this by 7. Okay. Now first itself we can start from the extreme, right? 7 5s are 35, 3 carry. Next 4 7s are 28 plus 3, 31. Okay, we should write it completely below this itself. Okay, next 7 7s are 49. After that, we should think of to whether we can change or whether we can regroup or not. First itself, minutes to hours. You know that 16 minutes make 1 hour. Therefore, 315, we can change this to many hours. How? By dividing 315 by which number? Yes, 16. Because 16 minutes only make 1 hour. First, to divide 315 by 60. Okay. Now, already I told by leaving one digit from both of this, just we can check it. 16, 315, how many times? For the 1631, just we are checking only. 1631, how many times? 5. So that we can check it by 5 itself. Okay. That time we should completely multiply. 5 into 0, 0. 5 6 are 30. Now subtract. 5 minus 0, 5, 1 minus 0, 1, 3 minus 3, 0. Now, how can we write the units of quotient and remainder? Yes, quotient is the next unit, 5 hours. And the remainder is the same unit, 15 minutes. Now, we can regroup this one. 315 is 5 hours and 15 minutes. This is same unit of hours column because this is in hours column. Now already we studied same units we can add. Therefore, what is the answer here? 49 plus 5, 54 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, dear children, now here we have to multiply the time by a 2-digit number. That time we should multiply it separately and write its answer below this. First 30 into 11. We know 30 into 11 we can multiply 3 by 11. What is 3 into 11? 33 and put the 0 also. Therefore it is 330. Okay. Next 15 into 11. We can multiply and find 15 into 11. 1 into 1 is 1. Okay. Next put 1 0. 1 into 5 5. Next 1 into 1 1. Next we can add 5 6 1. 165. Write it below this minutes column 165. Next multiply 2 by 11. 2 into 11 is 22. Okay. Now if regrouping is possible, we can do that. Okay. First seconds to minute. You know that 60 seconds make 1 minute. So that 330 we can regroup this into minute and second. How can we do it? Yes, divide 330 by which number? To change this into minute. Yes, by 60 because 60 seconds only make 1 minute. We can divide 330 by 60. Already I told when we divide a number by a 2-digit number from both this, just this is only a checking. Okay, sometimes then quotient will be smaller than this also. Next 1633 we know it is 5 times. Therefore 1630 also most of the time it is 5 only. Okay, we can check it. Okay, 5 into 0, 0. 5 into 6, 30. Okay, now the number is smaller. Therefore it is correct. Now 0, 3. Now the remainder is, and one more thing, whenever you subtract, the remainder should be smaller than divisor. Okay, now how can we write the units here? 5, next unit is minute. 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, now we can write here 5 minutes and 30 seconds. What is the next step? Yes, same unit we can add. We can add 165 plus 5 is 170 minutes, and the remaining measure also we can write 22 hours 30 seconds. What is the next step? Yes, we have to check whether we can change this 170 minute into hours and minute. How many minutes make 1 hour? Yes, 60. So that we have to divide 170 by 60. 60 and 170, that is 2 times. 2 into 0, 0. 2 6 are 12. Subtract 0, 5. Now how can we write its quotient and remainder? Yes, quotient is in next unit hours and 50 is in same unit minute. Okay. 50 is in minute. Now we can regroup this as 2 hours and 50 minutes. Same units we can add. Therefore, what is the next step? Next step, 22 hours plus 2 hours, that is 24 hours, 50 minutes and 30 seconds. And you know that 24 hours make 1 day. Therefore, we can write it as 1 day. That time hours column is not there. 1 day, 50 minutes, 30 seconds. By writing 24 hours also, there is no problem, or we can write just like this also. Okay. Dear children, I think all of you could understand how to do the multiplication also. All of you practice some more questions related to subtraction and multiplication of time. Practice very well. Okay. Thank you.